भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपाकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. So we are reciting. I moved the screen there. I can't maximize that. That's my situation. Okay, I think here somewhere. Okay.
Control plus control.
Thank you. Is it visible? Should I zoom a little more?
Please. Control plus.
Why did you say please? Is it better?
Yeah.
So today we are reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto. Prabhuji, I can't see from there. You will have to tell what is the verse number.
35.
Verse 35. Prithvi Devi is actually offering prayers to Prithu Maharaj. So that's the section we are on. So I have to share it here as well. Please forgive me. 1 second. Okay. I think now you should be able to see the screen here. Okay. Apam upaste mayana vyavastitah Prajabhavanadya Rirrakshushu kila Saviramurti Sambhudadaro Daradaro Yo mam payasi ugra sarojik sasi Apam upasthe mayina vyavastitah Prajabhavanadya ririkshushu Saviramurti Sambhudadaradaro Yo mam payasi ugrasaro jigamsasi Apam upaste mayina vyavastitah Prajabhavanadya ririkshushu kila Saviramurti Sambhudharadaro Yo mam payasi ugrasaro jigam sasi. Any volunteers?
Apam upaste mayina vyavastitah
Apam upaste mayina vyavastitah Prajabhavanadya ririkshushu kila Saviramurti samabhudaradaro Yo mam payasi ugrasaro jigamsasi
Apamupaste mayina vyavastitah
Apamupaste mayina vyavastitah
Prajabhavan adhyaridakshuhu kila
Prajabhavanadya ririkshushu kila
Saviramurti Sambhudharadaro
Buddharadaro
Yo mam payasi पयस्य उग्रसरो जिगांससि
यो मां पयासि उग्रशरो जिगांससि. Okay. अपामुपस्थे मयिनाव्यवस्थितः प्रजाभावानाद्यरक्षुषु किल सवीरामूर्ति समभूधराधरो यो मां पयसि उग्रशरो जिगांससि. Synonyms: apam, of the water; upasthe, situated on the surface; mai, in me; navi, in a boat; avasthitaha, standing; praja, living entities; bhavan, yourself; adya, now; ririkshushu, desiring to protect; kila, indeed; saha, he; veeramurtihi, in the form of a great hero; samabhut, became; dharadharaha, the protector of the planet earth; yaha, one who; mam, may; payasi, for the sake of milk; ugrasaraha, with sharpened arrows; jigamsasi, you desire to kill. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Lord, in this way you once protected me by rescuing me from the water, and consequently your name has been famous as Dharadhara, he who holds the planet Earth. Yet at present moment, in the form of a great hero, you are about to kill me with sharpened arrows. I am, however, just like a boat on the water, keeping everything afloat. The Lord is known as Dharadhara, meaning he who keeps the planet Earth on his tusks as the boat incarnation. Thus the planet Earth is in the this is the right verse, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Thus the planet Earth is in the shape of cow, is accounting the contradictory acts of the Lord. Although he once saved the earth, he now wants to upset the earth, which is like a boat on water. No one can understand the activities of Lord. Due to the poor fund of knowledge, human beings sometimes think the Lord's activity contradictory. Start with the prayer. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkripatamaham bande Shri Gurunde Natarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining today. Just thinking about in the rainy season, you go to a forest or you go to a village which is not cluttered with this so much of noise pollution and all this stuff. You hear the voice of cuckoo, very sweet. The mud is softened by the rainwater, and in between you hear crow's voice and you get irritated. Let this guy go away. Why this guy is just creating a chaos here? So I'm like that crow. You all are like beautiful koyal, beautiful hamsa. So please forgive me that I'm sitting here and speaking to you. It's actually just driving inspiration from you, and by your inspiration, whatever comes out from my mouth, it's all glories to you. So when we see this beautiful verse, here King Prithu is actually about to punish Mother Bhumi. We have been on this chapter for a good period of time now. We know the context that Prithu Maharaj now finally being angry is trying to punish Bhumi, and Bhumi Devi is reciting glorification, and she is saving herself with these verses talking about, my dear Lord, you are Supreme Personality of Godhead, how can you do that? And she speaks about her connection with the Lord. And here we see Varadev's connection has been brought in when he actually saved Mother Earth from the deep down ocean. And then he brought her up. So she is actually reminding the Lord, my dear Lord, what is my connection with you? So when we see Lord's pastimes are so inconceivable, if we try to actually apply the human intelligence with whatever mundane knowledge we have acquired, it's actually very difficult to understand what's going on. And the bigger thing which you see from a bigger frame perspective, bigger context perspective here, Sukadeva Goswami is speaking to Parikshit Maharaj, who is dying in 7 days. The question may come in, I understand Prithvi is asking for it, why there is an elaborate need for it. But because, again, coming back to the point, when we think about, we apply our mundane knowledge, living in the world of fast food, we think about everything has to go fast, and that's where the problem is. So Lord's pastimes are so inconceivable. When we see from Chaitanya Charitamrita perspective, when we see from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, we see so many inconceivable pastimes. We just celebrate the beautiful festival of Sri Nityananda Triyodashi. Wow! Unimaginable, unbelievable pastimes which Lord Nityananda Prabhu is manifesting in this world. Very difficult for our human intelligence to understand. In this context, if we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leelas are so unlimited, and from that ocean, if we take one drop, which is actually Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is traveling to Vrindavan. So wanted to throw some lights or share something on that. What do you see on the Zoom? Do you all see the PowerPoint?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you for the feedback. So when we see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, we will dwell few of the glimpse from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's travel to Sri Vrindavan Dham. But before we go in there, there is a beautiful prayer offered by Sri Surdas Ji in glorification of his spiritual master. He says, I offer my obeisances to my spiritual master who gave me the beautiful Kantimala, effulgent tilak, beautiful form of a devotee, and who offered me shelter. With one of his hands, he is holding my hand, and with another hand, he is holding the lamp of knowledge, which helps one to cross over the dark ocean of material world. My Guru deserves the greatest respect because only he can rescue one with the blink of an eye, and I bow down to him again and again. So, offering my pranam, dandavat pranam to all my Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru, and this is the offering to them, because whatever knowledge I have acquired, whatever I learned from them, I'm just offering back to them. So I have zero contribution here. So when we see from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyas, he shows actually the bhava of Srimati Radharani in the body of Lord Krishna, where he is the combined incarnation of Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani. He wants to go to Vrindavan, and he tries so many times, he wants to go to Vrindavan, but one or the other way, the plans are changed. Like we know about when Lord Chaitanya is thinking about going to Vrindavan, he actually attempted 3 times to go to Vrindavan. And now what is happening is he is actually, one evening he goes to Jagannath temple, Sri Jagannath temple. When he goes there, he hears one devotee beautifully singing glories of Vrindavan Dham. And the moment Lord Chaitanya hears that, he immediately runs from Jagannath temple to Gundicha temple. We all know Gundicha temple is actually Sri Vrindavan Dham. And the Rath Yatra festival is to actually bring Lord Jagannath back to Vrindavan from Dwarka. So this is when Lord Chaitanya is running there and just going there. I want to go to Vrindavan, I want to go to Vrindavan, I want to go to Vrindavan. And when he thinks about that, he actually calls 2 of his devotees, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Narsimha Brahmachari. And when he brings them, he asks them, I want to go to Vrindavan. I've been trying to actually go, but one or the other way, because you are not allowing and I'm not able to go. So I really want to go. Can you please arrange the maps? Again, when we talk about inconceivable pastimes of the Lord, now Lord Chaitanya is none other than Krishna himself. Does he need a map? He is the creator of entire cosmic manifestation. What to talk about Vrindavan Dham? He is the source of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samannita. Everything material and spiritual comes from me. So why the Lord needs the map? But he shows the dependence on his devotees. What is the qualification of the devotee? Even Lord Chaitanya himself has to show the dependency or dependence on devotees. How much we have to be dependent on the mercy of all the devotees who are actually helping us by their association to actually always remember Lord Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu and Panchatattva, of course, specifically. So he is Swarad. He is all pervading. He doesn't need the map, but he likes to give service to his devotees. He likes to show his dependence on the devotees. So these devotees actually very reluctant to actually get the maps, because now Lord Chaitanya is again insisting to go to Vrindavan. So they actually go to King Pratap Rudra. And when King Pratap Rudra hears that Lord Chaitanya is looking for the maps and he wants to travel to Vrindavan, he himself was reluctant what to do. That he will lose the association along with the other devotees. He will not be able to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is living in Jagannath Puri, who is the life and soul of all the devotees who are there, or who are devotees who are coming from Bengal. So here, King Prataparudra is reluctant to give the map. So he doesn't want to lose the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he calls one of his very wonderful devotee who is actually a servant of him, and he actually requests him to carry these maps because Lord Chaitanya wouldn't take the darshan of King Prataparudra. We know this pastime as well, which is again another inconceivable pastime. We don't want to go into that today. So he is actually just somehow arranging that it has to go to that. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while he is waiting for the map, at that time Sri Gadadhar Pandit appears on the scene. And when Sri Gadadhar Sri Gadadhar Pandit, when he comes to the scene, very beautifully, he actually says the beautiful verse in glorification of Lord Chaitanya. He says, O Gauranga, O ocean of mercy, O Mahabhava Rasaraja Murti. He says Rasaraja Murti, that you are the Raja, you are the king of all the rasas. You are the king of all the rasas. I was just contemplating on that. When we practice bhakti, especially thinking about myself, sometimes we actually feel it is so artificial, so material, or so mechanical. That's the right word. Why? Because we lack these rasas. And here Gadadhar Pandit, I'm just thinking about myself, that here Gadadhar Pandit is actually calling Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Rasaraj. He is calling him as Rasaraja Murti. You are the personification of Rasaraj. So when we think about, he is Rasaraja Murti, and that is what we are lacking. How much we should depend on Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to actually give us just one drop of that rasa, and actually dwell into those pastimes, thinking about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he is Rasaraja Murti. And he actually, Lord Chaitanya tells to Gadadhar Pandit, my dear Gadadhar Pandit, I want to, please sit with me. I want to reveal my heart to you. Here Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showcasing what is the importance of actually having close devotees, close friends to whom we can share. His Holiness S.B. Keshav Swami Maharaj says a beautiful point. He says, when I just joined bhakti, devotees would say, whenever you see sannyasi, you go and ask them for any instruction. So His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj was there, and he actually approached. They pushed him. You go and ask him. What is the instruction for me? So he went and asked Maharaj, what is the instruction for me? Maharaj said a beautiful line: make as many friends you want in Krishna consciousness. Make many friends in Krishna consciousness. So he was thinking, wow, this is an interesting instruction actually. And then another time he actually came in association of His Holiness Shivaram Maharaj. And then again devotees pushed, you go and ask him for personal instruction, what should you do? So he went. And His Holiness Shivaram Maharaj said, never get bored in Krishna consciousness. Or don't be boring in Krishna consciousness. So these two thoughts have such an important insight to connect all together, that one can be bored in Krishna consciousness, or one cannot achieve the rasa in Krishna consciousness, because we don't have enough friends who actually gave us that upliftment. So here Lord Chaitanya is asking Sri Gadadhar Pandit, let's sit. I want to share my heart with you. And he says, I had a dream since past several nights. Sri Gadadhar, my attachment to Vrindavan has grown day by day. Now at this point of intense separation, I simply must go to Vraj. I am having most nectarian dream that I am in Vrindavan Dham. Last night, I saw a Kunja Nikunja. And I saw river Yamuna. And I saw Vraj Gopi. And Krishna was standing near Kadamba tree with Srimati Radharani. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he actually mentions that, apparently he says that it's a dream. But we know when Acharyas, especially starting with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that's not a dream, that's actually a vision. They are personally present in those pastimes actually, and we will see just few slides down the line. So Gadadhar Pandit, he says, suddenly Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became ecstatic and he started dancing like mad elephants, and tears flow from eyes like the torrents of rain. So today, forgot to mention actually, there are these few pastimes which we will be discussing about. They are actually mentioned in Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's book, which was never published. So His Holiness Indradumna Maharaj, by his causeless mercy, was sharing that what was written in those ones. And there is a poet actually who was living in Vrindavan, but he was a pure devotee of Lord Chaitanya. And he wrote in Vraja Bhasha about the Leelas of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we will recite one of his prayers. So suddenly Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started dancing, just thinking about Vrindavan. So when we think the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's progression on his mood, and this is our acharyas mentioned at 3 levels. So when they talk about the first stage of the yoga, first stage in thinking or contemplating about the Vrindavan is the yoga, which means attachment. That Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first shows the attachment towards Vrindavan. And of course, he is always attached on the second stage is the Viyoga. Now he is feeling separation. So what do we see in the pastime which we just read so far or studied so far? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first hears this devotee singing about Vrindavan and Jagannath Puri temple. And when he hears that, he develops attachment towards Vrindavan. And the moment he attains that, he goes to the second stage, he starts running towards Gundicha temple because he is in the mood of separation. And the third stage is Sama Yoga, which is meeting, thinking about in this dream that I am actually seeing Lord Krishna, the Nandana Krishna, and then he is there in Vrajabhumi and especially in one of the 12 forests. So these 3 things, which is attachment, separation, and again meeting, it manifests Vipranamba, which is intense pain of love and separation. And that's what is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is revealing to Gadadhar Pandit, that I really want to go to Vrindavan. And how did all this happen? We already covered that these 3 stages Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went through, begin with singing, where he was hearing in Jagannath temple about Vrindavan, that worked as a yoga, awakening attachment to Vrindavan. But unable to see Vrindavan caused him viyoga and separation from Krishna. And darshan of Vrindavan in dream, that actually created a Vipralamba bhav. So now Lord Chaitanya is eager to go to Vrindavan. And he wants to actually seek permission from all the devotees to go to Vrindavan. So when we think here, Gadadhar Pandit is sitting there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he thought no one enters Vrindavan without the permission of Vrindavaneshwari, who is Srimati Radharani. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu interestingly folded his hand, turned towards Gadadhar Pandit for permission, because he is none other than Srimati Radhika. So he understands that Gadadhar Pandit is Srimati Radharani, and without his permission, I can never actually enter Vrajabhumi. So he folds his hand and actually requests Gadadhar Pandit, please give me the permission to go to Vrindavan. Raghunath Das Goswami is in his Tavavali actually beautifully writes, without worshipping Sri Radha's lotus feet, without taking shelter of Vrindavan, which bears her footprint, without greeting great souls whose hearts are full with deep love for her, how will one be plunged into the nectar of love for Lord Krishna? We approach Krishna through Radha because she is the best lover of Krishna. So Raghunath Das Goswami, who is actually a maidservant, who is actually the confidential associate of Srimati Radharani, he is actually telling in his Tavavali that what should be the mood for one to go to Vrindavan, seeking the permission from Srimati Radharani. And when we see Srimati Radharani, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Madhavendra Puri, these are the only 3 personalities who actually know what is actually the Vipralamba Bhav. And they are the only one who have that Mahabhav. And that's why we beg these 3 personalities to please introduce us to Krishna. When Radharani sees an aspiring devotee, and while Radharani is there in spiritual world, she sees a devotee like us trying to actually somehow try to practice Krishna Bhakti, she tells Krishna, my dear Krishna, please shower your mercy upon this devotee and let the devotee come to actually that platform. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave 3 essential missions to Sri Gadadhar Pandit. First, he said, you become an authoritative teacher of Srimad Bhagavatam. Second is, you give Diksha in line with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood and mission to all the associates. And you worship Tota Gopinath. So here, when we see Gadadhar Pandit, he is actually worshipping Tota Gopinath. And when he is old, he is trying to actually, he would wear the garland to Tota Gopinath, but Tota Gopinath is standing there and he is so tall, and here Gadadhar Pandit is becoming old, so he is not able to actually stand up and do that. So one day, while Lord sees his struggle to actually offer the garland to Tota Gopinath, Tota Gopinath next day actually sat there. So it's such a beautiful reciprocation of the Lord, that in spite of the struggle which he is going, the Lord wants to bend down to actually accept the service from his devotees. Because without the service of the devotees, Lord doesn't actually enjoys that reciprocation. So he needs that reciprocation, that my devotees actually come there. And this is so beautiful. And we also see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu past time, and Haridas Thakur is actually trying, or Sanatan Goswami actually was trying to circumambulate every day doing Govardhan Parikrama. The Lord gives him the Shila that you do the Parikrama, which is equivalent to actually doing the whole Govardhan Parikrama. And that is what the beautiful thing is. So while he is talking to Gadadhar Pandit, Sri Ballabhadra Bhattacharya actually come to this place. And he actually, when he arrives, he offers obeisances. And Ballabhadra Bhattacharya, he tells Ballabhadra, I want to go to Vrindavan alone. But as per king's desire, in this case King Prataparudra, another devotee's desire, I have decided to take someone with me, only one servant. And that will be you. Can you imagine the position of Ballabhadra Bhattacharya being a personal servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? But he says, let's leave quickly because my heart is heavy and filled with rasa. I want to go there. Now, what is the qualification of Sri Ballabhadra Bhattacharya? It is beautifully mentioned that he had already journeyed Vrindavan 3 times to and fro. And maybe I'll come to that point. So he is famous for what? For knowing which direction to go. Simply by looking at the shadow of sun and moon on water body. He can see which direction is Vrindavan. He can actually guide. He has such a direction, this thing, based on just the sun and moon's reflection, he can identify which route to go. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very eager to go with him. And here, actually, some more pastime on that. So Sri Ballabhadra Bhattacharya, when he actually travels with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first day walked and appeared in Priyagram, that is somewhere in Orissa. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there drinks bale juice and some fruits. The devotees seeing the beauty, or the people, the villagers, when they saw the beauty of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they went into ecstasy. And Lord Chaitanya performed the kirtan and he was very tired that day and he was resting. At that time, Ballabhadra Bhattacharya, Sri Ballabhadra Bhattacharya actually massages Lord's feet. And he says, my dear Lord, I can understand you are very tired based on your heavy breathing. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says a beautiful line. He says, actually, when the person is targeting for stars, he is not on the earth, he is still not in the sky, he is in between hanging. That is my situation. That I am neither on Jagannath Puri and Vrindavan is far away. So I am just hanging. I want to go to Vrindavan. Can you tell me how far is Vrindavan from here? Now the Acharya says actually it takes 3 months to reach to Vrindavan by walk, and just 1 day has passed. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ballabhadra Bhattacharya, and he didn't want to disappoint, so he wanted to answer Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he tells Mahaprabhu, we will reach shortly. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very happy and he says, let's leave. We want to reach quickly. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that day walked for more than 50 miles, second day. When Ballabhadra Bhattacharya, he was thinking that I actually told Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we are going to reach in very soon. So he was feeling bad because he did not tell the truth or did not tell it clearly to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he went under a tree and he started weeping like crazy. He started crying that I could not actually tell Lord Chaitanya what is the truth. And he actually bathed the whole mud or whole earth there. And the devotees actually, even till today, they go to that tree, and that tree still exists today, to actually hug that tree, give the tree an embrace, to actually experience that love of that separation, because now he is thinking what is happening. And he actually writes the letter to Sri Gadadhar Pandit. And before he writes, actually, this is another pastime, and with that we will probably end with one more slide. So, in that pastime, what is happening is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sitting under a tree, under a mango tree, and he thinks about, he is in a deep separation, thinking about Vrindavan Dham. And he is, at the time actually, he's thinking about Gadadhar Pandit, who is Srimati Radharani. And he closes his eyes and he goes into a deep trance. And immediately when he's just thinking about that, the whole cloud was filled with the black clouds. And when that happened, at the time, what exactly has happened? Lord Chaitanya's Mahaprabhu's golden body transformed into the beautiful form of Krishna's body. And Ballabhadra Bhattacharya was able to see that. That he is in a deep ecstasy thinking about Gadadhar Pandit, who is none other than Srimati Radharani. He assumed the form of Krishna. And within few minutes, the clouds went away. Now the sun was clearly visible. At the time, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again manifested the beautiful form of golden form. And Balabhadra Bhattacharya, Sri Balabhadra Bhattacharya was able to actually see this beautiful scene. And he writes this letter to Gadadhar Pandit that today, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was actually thinking about you, I saw Radha and Krishna in one body. With my eyes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu transformed into beautiful bluish complexion body of Krishna. And again he came back to the beautiful form, beautiful color of Srimati Radharani in the golden form. And Sri Gadadhar Pandit is actually so feeling in deep separation from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, thinking is how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is thinking about the mood of separation. So with time, there is this beautiful prayer which I was mentioning about. This is the devotee whose name is Lalit Kishore Das. He is the one who actually wrote in Vrajabhasha about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's writing. So he writes actually, may my heart sing the glories of Sriman Mahaprabhu, which are not revealed even in Vedas. Such glories are hidden in the heart of Rasika devotees and revealed in the heart of all sincere devotees who hear from them. I offer all respects to my Guru, who is the source of devotional art and who is full of love for Sri Gaurahari. By the way, one thing which I forgot, Lalit Kishore Das is actually one of the disciples of Sri Gadadhar Pandit. So he is understanding that mood. He say, I pray my respect to Swarup Damodar, Sri Swarup Damodar, Sri Ramananda Rai, who are like bees drinking the nectar of lotus face of Sri Mahaprabhu at every moment. Sri Nadia Rasik Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had the desire to go to Vrindavan and behold the beauties of the grove of the transcendental abode, along with beautiful Yamuna river, great Govardhan hill and 12 green forests of Sri Vrindavan Dham, as well as Vrajavenu, which is actually the dust of Sri Vrindavan Dham. To summarize what we discussed today, here Prithu Maharaj is being prayed by Prithvi Devi that you are the same personality who came in the form of a Vara and saved me. Why now you are using the arrows to actually kill me? Because I am the boat upon which actually nobody drowns, and earth is actually that. And we covered that shloka a little back as well. And we talked about Srila Prabhupada writes that Lord's pastimes are so inconceivable. And when we started talking about the inconceivable parts of Lord, we spoke about Nityanand Prabhu, who manifested so many Achintya Leelas for us, which are inconceivable for a human brain like us, or human intelligence like us. And we started speaking about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's travel to Vrindavan. And we narrated some of the pastimes which is written by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Lalit Kishore Das, who is actually the disciple of Sri Gadadhar Pandit. These books were never published, and His Holiness Indradumna Maharaj actually elaborately explained about these pastimes. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu calls, he has a deep desire to go to Vrindavan while hearing the glories of Vrindavan, someone singing. So he runs to Gundicha temple and he shares his desire to Narasimha Brahmachari and his personal associates that I want to actually travel to Vrindavan. And then he requests for the map. And King Prataparudra arranges for that map. At the time, Sri Gadadhar Pandit actually comes to the scene. And at the time, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts revealing the dream he had where he saw Krishna in Vrindavan, especially in the groves of Vrindavan. And he showed the desire that he wanted to travel. And at the time, Sri Ballabhadra Bhattacharya comes, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells that I can only take one associate because first time I took actually so many devotees followed me, and Rupa and Sanatan actually they suggested one should not go to Vrindavan. So this time I just want to go with one servant, one associate. And we heard about the glorification of Sri Ballabhadra Bhattacharya. That what is his qualification to be a personal servant, that he already traveled to Vrindavan 3 times. And also, he could actually find out the direction based on the reflection of sun and moon in water. So he was a perfect servant and perfect associate of the Lord to travel with him. And then first day when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes to this village, he is asking, how far are we? And Ballabhadra Bhattacharya says, we will reach very soon. And then he cries under a tree which still exists today. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually tells that I am in a middle way because I am not to Vrindavan. At the same time, I am not actually in Jagannath Puri. So I am not able to see Nandanandana Krishna, and I am not able to see Sri Jagannath Ji either. And he shares that mood. So with that, we would like to end here. Any comments or reflections, please feel free to add here. You want to add something? Thank you, bro. Sorry to keep you on hold, bro. Sorry. Any comments here online? Okay, thank you so much. La Prabhupada ki Jai. Samaveda Gaura Bhaktavinda ki Jai. Seek your sincere prayers. I really need help. I need all of your prayers. Because of your mercy, somehow my devotional life is going on. And that's why I want to sincerely request each and every devotee, if I could actually somehow, even for a fraction of a second, develop that attachment for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for all of you. Please pray for me and my family. Thank you so much. La Prabhupada ki Jai. Samaveda Gaura Bhaktavinda ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Samaveda Gaura Bhaktavinda.